Hi, if you like the video, please remember to subscribe.
Hi, I'm Rob from RobLandPhoto.com, and in today's video I'm going to be doing a review of the Logitech C920 HD webcam. Now, you may have already seen on my YouTube stream a comparison review I did comparing the video camera in my laptop with a 600D DSLR video output and the Logitech C920 for their suitability for recording YouTube videos and videos for the web. And they were all the devices in that particular comparison test were all set to record at 1080p. And the kind of conclusion that came out of that was that the device with the best video quality was the DSLR, which my 600D is just there. But the problems with the DSLR was the fact that it's a little bit fiddly to set up because of things like autofocus. It produces absolutely massive file sizes, and although the audio is okay, it's not brilliant out of the box. And the Logitech C920 was good video quality, better audio quality, but it still had a few compromises, especially when it came to a problem with audio sync between what I'm saying with my lips and then with the sound coming out, and when recording at things like 1080p. And also, if you do watch the video, the Logitech video, although it looks nice, is also a little bit choppy. The frame rate was definitely quite low. And after recording that sort of review comparison video and uploading it to YouTube, I thought kind of the C920 probably got a bit of a bum rap, to be honest, because although it came out well, I said, the Logitech's the one that I use the most to record videos, especially anything where I need to have my camera on display. And it's so easy to set up. The fact that I was running it at 1080p through my laptop, which isn't the best laptop in the world. I mean, it's fairly new. It's 4 GB. It's an i5 2.6 gigahertz processor, sorry, with 4 GB worth of RAM. I thought, well, normally I record these videos, like the video I'm recording at the moment, I record them at 720p, which is still HD. So what I'd like to do today is this review, which is all recorded using the Logitech C920, is really just to talk about that and have it at recording at 720p, which I think is probably a fairer sort of comparison. So if we take a step backwards, why did I need to buy a webcam, and then why did I choose the Logitech C920? Well, if you've looked at my YouTube channel, there's quite a few videos on there. I mean, basically, I'm an amateur photographer and I record lots of videos, mainly to do with that, but I do videos about almost anything. And the video quality has never actually been really that good at all the way through them. I've used compact cameras to record video. I've used different types of bridge cameras to record video. Some of that was probably the best quality, and some of the videos recorded with my DSLR. But what I wanted was a really quick option, because I work 6 days a week, and I wanted something that I could just fire up my laptop and start recording a video that was of acceptable quality. It had to really be HD, because that's what we've moved towards now. And sort of easy to use, and a good price as well was very, very important. I changed my laptop just before Christmas 2013, and that came with a webcam, and I was quite excited about that. I thought, oh, brilliant, what a fantastic solution. But the problem with the webcam in my Acer Aspire is that it's not very good. Although it's listed as being a HD webcam, it's a bit fuzzy, especially if the light's a bit crap. And the audio microphone in the laptop is really rubbish as well. So in order to get anything decent out of it, you need to use it with a headset. And well, if you're setting it up with a headset, with a USB headset, you might as well go the whole hog and use an external webcam as well. So after doing much looking at reviews on the internet, I kind of came to the conclusion that probably the best one to get that was a Logitech C920, because it gets great reviews everywhere. But it was expensive. In the UK, it was retailing for about £100 to 80 to 90 probably at the cheapest. So that was a little bit out of my price range, especially as I just got a new camera as well, the 600D, for Christmas. But the reason why I couldn't record the video on the 600D is because I wanted to record videos of the 600D with me playing with it and sort of changing lenses and all that sort of stuff. So I thought it was important to have a good quality webcam. However, in January, the C920 went on special offer on Amazon. They did a lightning deal where it went to half price. I think it was £44, which was pretty damn good. So I snapped one up straight away. I was dead excited to get it through the post, plugged it into the computer, and kind of set it up as I do now, where actually my laptop is sitting on a casserole dish, and I've got a light up here, which is just a halogen light with an umbrella in front, just to diffuse it a little bit. In fact, what I've done is I've got a mirror here, so maybe you can see. Let's see if you can see that. So there's my laptop. There's the C920 sort of there, sitting on top of the laptop doing okay. There's the light there, and then if we come back a little bit, you can see there's the casserole dish with my laptop on. The idea there is that you're raising the camera up, so you can so you basically don't get to see more double chins, and it looks a little bit better that way. Saying that though, one of the beauties of the C920 is that it does have a tripod mount on the bottom as well. So it's kind of like the daddy of webcams, without spending serious money. I think you can spend hundreds of pounds, or you could just use, I guess, like a broadcast quality camera as well. So anyway, so I got it and I was quite excited, and I used it to record a few videos. But what I found was that whenever I recorded anything in HD, or even at 640 by 480, that at some point later on in the video there would start to be a lag between the audio and the video. So basically the lips weren't in sync with the stuff, and this was a real pain. I thought, oh no, because I've got quite a fast PC, a laptop, I think anyway. I mean, it's not a gaming PC or anything, but it's fairly new. It's got plenty of RAM. It's not loaded up with crap or anything like that. Surely it can handle it. So one of the things I did was I did a lot of research, a lot of playing around with the camera to try and get the performance better. And there are lots of people on the internet who do complain about the 920 and other webcams as well, saying they have problems with lip sync. And it's a combination of things between the speed of the laptop, the fact that I'm using USB 2, so you've got all this data coming down, and the fact that 1080p and 720 is quite challenging for anything to record, really. If you think about the technology that's in a DSLR that's recording at 1080p, you've got to have an incredibly fast SD card. You've got dedicated hardware that's doing it, and so it's a bit of a challenge. However, what I did find was that there were people who recommended, to get the best out of the C920, what you have to do is you have to disable all the automatic stuff. So you've got to let the camera not have to think about anything. So what you do is you set the camera up like I've done now, and then you go into the settings, webcam options in the Logitech webcam software, and you get things like right light and right sound and auto gain, auto exposure, and you turn everything, you let it sort itself out so it lights the picture in front of it, and then you turn off all the automatic everything, including automatic white balance. Leave autofocus on though, because obviously you want the autofocus to work. And then you can muck around with the contrast and everything like that, and then you'll get better video quality. And hopefully, I mean, we'll see now. I mean, we're at 8 minutes 30 now in this video. Let's just do a quick sync test and see if it's still in sync. I mean, you'll see this now. So hopefully that's still quite. It should, fingers crossed, be still in sync. And that's kind of sorted things out. And so I did the comparison video between the C920, the 600D, and the webcam thing. But what I did was they were all set at 1080p, and the Logitech or my laptop or both kind of struggled with that. And although the video looked good, there was a tiny little bit of lag with the audio. Not much, it was still watchable. The biggest problem was frames per second. It was quite choppy. So at 720p, the frames per second goes up, so the video should look a lot smoother. So it should look quite nice. Now, one of the great things about the 920, however, is the fact that you do have a lot of control over it within the software. You can adjust things like white balance, exposure, brightness, and contrast to give your video a little bit more punch. Now, I'm only a beginner at this sort of thing. I've probably managed to get the white balance completely wrong in the picture. I mean, looking at my monitor, Those bananas behind me, that way, they look okay. And now the Wii over that shoulder looks fairly white. But I tend to make things a little bit too warm when I'm playing around with them. And I'm wearing a yellow shirt. My face looks a bit red. But I wanted that control as well, because I'm shooting in situations with difficult light, because I can't afford professional video lights that are daylight balanced. So I'm using things like a halogen light, with a diffused umbrella, which is just like photography kit I've got. And I want to produce those videos that look as professional as possible. And so I'm pretty happy with the C920 for that. And I guess when it all comes down to it is, if you look at this video now, and say you're watching on YouTube, go turn it full screen, click on the little controls in the bottom right hand corner of the player, and click on the settings and whack it up all the way to 720p or 1080. It might even say it if I've edited it in Windows Movie Maker. Just look at it and think, is this good enough for what you want to do? I'm recording it through the stereo microphones as well that come with it. Is it loud enough? And if you think those answers are yes, then the C920, is for you. Let's have a quick look at the specs for it as well. So this is from Logitech's website. So you can do full HD 1080p video calling with a C920 with the latest versions for Skype. And the reason you can do that is a lot of the H.264 compression gets done in the camera itself, not on your laptop. So it also should mean that you can get better quality video on older, less powerful computers as well. You can record at full HD video with a recommended system, and the recommended system is for recording video at 2.4 GHz Intel Core 2 Duo processor, which I guess I've got because I've got an Intel Core i5 2.6 GHz, which is better. 2 GB of RAM, well I've got 4, and hard drive space, which I've got loads of, and USB 2. But it is USB 3 ready. Now I am using USB 2, so maybe one of the things you get better from is to use USB 3. And then if you want to do 1080p or 720p video recording internet-wise, you want to have at least 1 megabits per second upload download for 720p and 2 megabits per second for 1080p. And it says, look at your video caller provider's website for exact information. The software that comes is quite powerful actually. And you get pan, tilt and zoom controls. I mean, that's not like the camera physically changes, but when you're using the lower resolutions, so if you can factor it, like at 1080p it can record sort of this wide, 720 it'll be this size, and 640 be this size. So within that box, say the 640 box, you can then move it around, and it actually has something called face follow. It'll actually follow your face around and do stuff that way. But I mean, that's not something I'm really interested in. I just want a good quality webcam to record my podcasts, my video podcasts, my video reviews for YouTube and some other stuff as well. So there we go. I guess. Excuse me, I've been talking for a bit long now. I guess for me, the C920 is almost perfect. If it didn't have these problems with the lip syncs issues, it would be amazing. But because it does, I can't say this is the perfect solution. If it recorded video as smoothly as my Canon 600D does, even if the video wasn't quite as good, that would be great. As it is, you can get amazing video out of this. The C920, but you do have to be careful about the fact that you do have to turn off the automatic stuff. But what you cannot deny is the fact that it has got a proper Zeiss lens on with proper autofocus as well. If I move my hand closer to the camera, you should see it focus. There we go, on my hand, and that's pretty good, that isn't it? The fact that it can focus that close, then back to me, and it's focused back on me. I mean, you can turn that off as well if you want to have a fixed focal distance. Makes it very, very good indeed. So what I thought I'd do next is, I've been talking long enough. You kind of get the idea that I really like the C920, but I kind of dislike the fact that I had to fiddle around with it to get the best output. We'll do one more sync test. So again, that's a good answer to that sort of problem. And then what I'm going to do is, I'm actually going to take my laptop with the camera on outside, do a little bit of recording outside. So, in lots and lots of light, we can look at the performance of the C920 instead of just in sort of artificial light, which, can be challenging for any sort of video recording device. So let's do one more sync test. There we go. Hopefully that was pretty close, and let's go outside in the garden. I might not record any audio for the next bit, so if I don't, remember I'm Rob from robnutphoto.com. You can email me scalespeeder@gmail.com, and kind of in advance, thanks for watching.
All right, so there we go. So we've had a look at the C920 inside, and we've done a couple of little videos outside as well. It's gone really overcast here now, so it's not a nice bright sunny day, so that's a bit of a shame. But I'm outside now, and no artificial light, just sunlight. It's I probably need to bring it down a bit because we've got a little bit of the sky here, haven't we? Move that up a little bit. Oh, in fact, the camera's probably a little bit too low, actually. But there we go. So, is the C920 for you? I think the beauty with webcams is one of the great things you can do is you can look at examples. So, look at this video, look at it full screen, look at it full resolution on YouTube, and if you like what you see and you can get it nice and cheap on offer, then go for it. Get the C920. You won't be disappointed. My name's Rob from robnutphoto.com. Thanks for watching.